After watching this video, you might sound just like Sammy Franco 5. I am forever going to have this in my head when I see a video about cash value insurance. Awesome.
We're back, everybody. It's JD and Jonah of the Banking Bros at the Cash Compound here, and we're here in the compound, inside the vault, or back in the podcast studio, or our vlog on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to us there.
Absolutely.
And Jonah, this is what we talked about doing today. We kind of don't have a script.
We're going to answer questions.
Let's answer questions.
The people have asked, and we're going to answer, right? So maybe some of you guys who are watching our podcast, listening to our podcast, wherever you're getting your content and information from, we have a bunch of questions. Some of them good, some of them maybe
crazy,
not so good, some
right?
of them crazy, but we're going to answer. We're just going to go down the list.
Yeah. So hopefully that's going to be helpful for you. Many people out there, we want to help the person who's just hearing about the idea and the concepts about growing their wealth through cash value, life insurance. What's going on? IBC or IBCBC, whatever people put in these comments.
Okay.
I got all sorts of crazy stuff.
We got some good ones.
So we're here to help you. Okay. So Jonah, what I thought we would do is we'll go back and forth. Maybe I'll find a comment from our TikTok. That's where we're getting a lot of comments right now. Yeah. If you have comments on YouTube, we're not getting many comments there. Maybe we're being thorough, or maybe you haven't seen it yet. So in TikTok, we've got a bunch. It's at the Banking Bros, and soon we'll be starting some more handles as well. But we'll ask questions back and forth, and we'll see just how the other person would handle that comment.
Let's do it.
Okay, cool. All right, so you got one from me first?
I got one.
Okay, cool.
So this is one of my favorite comments because it's going to start with the blue cap. We talked about that in our last podcast episode.
If you haven't been listening to us, you got to start listening. It's funny.
CAP, cap. Again, for those of you who are just now listening or don't frequent the internet, so maybe you're a little bit older, don't understand the lingo, the blue cap means you're lying. I don't believe you. That's what it means. And then their comment is, how are they, the insurance company, making money if they're giving you more? That's all it is.
Okay, right. But I remember seeing this one, so it's based on a comment. You know, the comment is based on a post that we had posted out there. But I think I can answer this pretty well without you guys seeing all the context. So remember, our cash value is ever accumulating and growing. You're able to pull that, use that, and that's probably what they're asking here. So how in the world is the insurance company making money? Well, one of the things we said in our last episode is that the insurance company has lots of different products. They're not just selling what we love as our favorite product, whole life policies designed specially for cash, and that cash gets so big, this dude is like, you're lying to me. Where in the world are they making money? They're making plenty of money. They have lots of products, number one. And two, you got to think about things like solvency, which I'm not going to get into right now. They have lots and lots of actual cash, something your bank does not have.
Yeah, it's interesting. One of the things that I want to bring up to that question as well is that don't forget that everything inside this policy is kind of collateralized with the death benefit. So from day one, if they're going to say, think about regular insurance for a second. If they're going to promise you, $1 million when you're dead and gone, in whole life, designed for banking like we're doing, all the cash values kind of coming off the death benefit, is coming off the death benefit.
Right.
So they're not actually ever like giving you above and beyond what's
already promised,
already taken into account for their books. So,
they're promising you that money from day one. So here's the question, like he said, we can go down the rabbit hole. We got to go back and forth because we can go down each rabbit hole so far remember that you put in premiums to insurance, any type of insurance. That's what you're paying monthly, annually, whatever. You're putting in premiums, and they guaranteed a benefit if you drove your car off a cliff, if you flushed your toilet, right? You have insurance on these things. Yep. So how in the world are they making money if they're going to pay you that money? Right? You put in $1 in premium, they pay you $100 because your phone lost. Well, same question. Why are you asking us? Ask them. Okay, right, Jonah, here's one for you. Yes.
Ready.
All right. This is great. What company do you suggest for kids?
Oh, well, that's fun. I'm wondering why they put for kids at the end.
Well, maybe they have some kids. Maybe these folks have some kids.
Sure. Well, I'm just wondering, did they think it was a different company for adults and kids? Maybe?
I bet they do.
I bet they did. Mm-hmm. So the answer to that one is the same one we recommend for adults. Because when you're talking about cash value, money to spend, let me ask you, I'll pose a question back to you. A 10-year-old, that's a kid, right?
Yeah.
A 30-year-old, a 50-year-old, 70-year-old, all walk into the same grocery store. They all have $20.
Okay.
Who buys the most groceries?
I've posed this question to a few folks myself.
And they give pretty good answers.
And people give different
Yeah,
answers.
they're pretty good. The real answer that we're looking for, of course, is, well, if they all have $20, they all buy the same amount of groceries. And so since our policies are geared toward cash value, we're not going to do something different because it's a child.
Right. So you don't have to worry about that. A lot of
Cash is
people do
cash.
ask us questions about different companies we might be choosing. Remember, we vetted those. We want to help you. So if you want to call us and get started or ask some specifics around that, please do. But we're out here doing it each and every day by several great mutual companies out there.
Okay,
All right.
I got one for you.
Okay.
This is the same question coming from Chevy Sands, Yvonne Matiba, Navy Mom 55, Ruben Randolph Jr.,
Oh, I was like,
Bruce
what are you
Bobbitt
saying?
1. They're all asking the same
Got it.
question.
Okay.
So, what policy is this? What kind of policy do I need? How do I get this policy? Where do I go to do this? How do I open a policy? How do I set this up?
Okay.
All the
That's
same
42
questions.
questions. But
All the same, really.
number one is you need to work with someone like us who does what we're talking about specifically. You don't have to do the work. You don't have to set it up. You don't have to find the company. Insurance brokerages and agents who claim to do the infinite banking concept have to be pre-vetted by the company. They already went into a contract agreement to do business with each other. A lot of times those insurance companies might be called carriers by the agent or brokerage group that you're working with. So they work with different carriers, insurance companies. We don't say carriers very much on our show. And you can work with them. You don't need to start an insurance company. You don't need to write contracts. You can work with people who say, hey, this is a good company because I'm the middleman who gets it done for you. So that's really my answer to that one.
I love it.
Okay. Let's see. One for you.
Yep, ready.
Bob Gomez.
Okay.
Is this considered a debt on your credit score, though? Would the bank see this loan to self as a debt that could affect the terms or them giving you a mortgage?
Simple answer to that question is no. More technical answer to that question is this is a privately owned asset. And so privately owned assets aren't going to show up on your credit report. So kind of easy answer.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with nope.
All right. Remember, everything we do here is based around utilizing whole life insurance as the infinite banking concept, a cash accumulation vehicle for you. So that's where we're coming from every single time.
Yep. Okay. Jason Calispetta, can you do this if you smoke?
I saw that one. Almost asked it to you.
Okay.
All right. Can you do this if you smoke? Can you spend cash? Can you grow cash, accumulate wealth if you smoke? Yes.
That's what he's asking.
Now, specifically, of course, we're talking about the vehicles that we have to use to put together to get this cash growth and this ever compounding interest is a whole life insurance policy built a certain way for the cash. So smoking is a part of the equation. I tell people all the time, like, you have to be alive. A body is a part of the equation. So George Washington cannot get life insurance.
Right.
He's dead. So yes, your body, your age, your health are factors.
What about Tupac, though?
Tupac is not. I saw him at the Winn-Dixie.
Okay.
So
Tupac's good. Life
right,
insurance.
Machiavelli out there. He's still okay. So yes, you can if you smoke. The insurance company does take your health into consideration. Smoking is one of those things some of us have out there as a bad habit, but it is a habit. But that does not automatically disqualify you if you're smoking or you're smoking something else. That's a little bit more common depending on your states. Neither of those disqualify you completely. There's other factors, but they're fully underwritten policies. The insurance company will tell us how they like your health.
Yeah, man. You're up.
Okay, here we go. Here's one. Sign me up. You talk about that for a
Okay,
second while I
perfect.
work on this one.
Perfect. Give us a call. The link is in the bio if you're watching on social media. If you're in YouTube, you should be in the comments. Go to the comments of the video. Or it's comments, right, on YouTube?
Comments are on YouTube.
Yeah, you click comments, and it should have our information right there. So
Oh, no, like show more. That's what you're talking
Oh,
about.
is that the button?
Show more.
Show more. Okay.
Yeah.
On YouTube, they do
think.
this though.
Oh yeah, we do this. The people do
Right
this,
here.
and things
You-
pop up.
you go down.
Maybe our editor will pop something up.
That's where you should click. And if you want to find out more, if you want to talk to us, if you want to ask your questions, personalized questions, then go for it. I'd be more than happy to talk to you. I chatted with somebody this morning. You got off the phone right before this podcast.
I did.
Somebody.
And this young man was in Texas or Ohio, and we've been talking for a little while. It's getting started, ready to roll. First policy.
You got it.
We're here for you. Anthony Chauncey Santos, okay? This 5 weeks ago sent us a little something on one of my videos called Trash Talk.
Okay.
All right. And it says, question for you, Jonah. What about a term policy with cash value?
I just saw that as well on mine. We're not looking at
the same screen. So
you got away because I was going to ask.
All right. What you got?
I saw it. I was like, oh, that's funny. So I hate to break it to you, Anthony. Term life insurance does not have cash value at all. Not one term policy, not from one company, not with certain options or not certain options or nothing. Term insurance does not have any cash value tied to it whatsoever, not even a dime. So if you want to get term insurance, that's perfectly fine, but that doesn't have cash value tied to it. So if you're talking to us or calling us, wanting to chat about it, we're not going to be talking about term insurance because that's not what we do here. Good question.
Yeah.
Good question. I mean, the thing about it is it might sound simple if you've been watching us for a while or following our stuff, but I respect the question because if you don't know things about insurance and everybody around you saying term, you're going, what about that term with the cash value, right? It's a good question.
Yeah.
But sorry to break it to you, man. No cash value.
Yeah, people have said, well, you look for one for me. People have said to me things like, I'm trying to get one of those whole term policies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, not a thing.
Yeah.
Not a thing, sir. So just, keep asking the questions. We're here for you.
Okay. I've got two. Same question, really.
All
again.
Right.
This one from Jay Morg, and then one right after it from Calla Keller. Jay Morg says, starting my whole life policy on Tuesday, how soon can I pull the cash from it? And then Calla Keller says, how long does it take to get the cash once you pull it out?
Okay, good questions. Okay, so can I pull money? How fast? What is that time frame? When we're setting policies up for folks in the infinite banking concept, that money will be available for you immediately. We always say that's within the first month, within 30 days. So we're really waiting for the checks to clear and the smoke to settle. You can take your cash value. So if somebody's claiming to work with you or work with other people doing infinite banking and money is not available for you, they're obviously not talking about the same thing we are, because every single time, including policies that I have owned, I've been able to get into that cash value and pull that money, borrow it, use it, take it, spend it within 30 days. And how long does it take?
Yeah.
To get, if you call up the company and have them send it to you, similar to any other type of financial system out there, when somebody else is holding an account for you, they can beam it down 3 to 5 business days, a lot of times, stuff like that. So it depends. Sometimes you're going to get ACH straight to the bank, or you're getting like a check sent to you. A couple days might differ in that beaming downtime. But within a week,
Most people realize that. If you want to get a check in the mail, it's going to take a little longer.
Ooh, the mail. You got to wait for the mail,
Yeah.
right? Thanks, Obama. Joe Biden.
It's the holiday week over here. So if you're asking for money in the mail this week, it's going to take a few extra days. So we encourage everybody to go ahead and get that direct deposit.
Direct deposit.
Way faster.
That's how I do it.
Yeah.
Okay, Jonah, here we go. Here's one for you. Someone said to me when I had a different post, it was the first of my Trash Talk series. I did several of those. You probably remember those.
Yep.
Jump in there and see them on the TikTok if you're on that platform.
Instagram.
Yeah, and some of them are in Instagram. They said this to me. Okay, so you might have to give us a little context. $4,000 monthly premium. That's absurd. How much is your death benefits? Plural.
Okay. So you only get one death benefit. Let's get the S out of there currently. Okay. So singular. However, reminder that if you're getting started with a banking policy, first, the person getting started is the person that picks the premium. So if that person wants to put in $4,000, that's what that person wants to do. I've seen $400. I've seen $4,000. I've seen $40,000. I've seen $400,000.
That's actually the biggest number we've seen.
Yeah, 400 and
in our
30
around our agency.
Yeah.
So
I've
400,000.
seen a bunch of money get put in. But first, reminder that the person who's putting it in is the person who picked it. Secondly, when you're starting a banking system, the money that you pick to pay your premium, the money that you're going to deposit into your banking system is in fact a deposit. And so do you want to deposit like a little bit of money, or do you want to deposit a lot of money if it truly is a deposit?
Right. Because deposits will be used later. What I tell people is everything you put in deposits, you and I put premiums in life insurance.
Yep.
And everything inside the policies we're building for cash growth has a guaranteed compounding growth rate on it.
Yeah. So
forever.
So the question then is, 4,000, that sounds absurd. Well, if you're going to get guaranteed growth, guaranteed payout interest, right?
Compounding.
Do you want to deposit $40 or do you want to do 4,000?
I'm getting money out the couch.
If you understand, you probably want to do 4,000, right? And then the second part of that, how much is your death benefit? That's a great question. I got no idea. Because we build these policies for cash value. Now, let me be clear. There is a death benefit. It's absolutely attached to the policy. The person who owns the policy probably does care what their death benefit is because that's money that's going to go to their family, but it's not money that they get to use. So the person who's owning the policy, depositing the money, is doing so they can get that interest we just talked about, that guaranteed growth, so they can use cash value. And the death benefit's kind of just for the family.
And what I always love to say as well, and we've started to mention a little more often around some of our like online content, is the death benefit rises every time you put that $4,000 premium in there. So when you're likely to die, hopefully a long time away, it will be a bigger number for your family. So do not fret. The death benefit is manipulated in these policies to allow you to have cash, but rises every single time you put money in.
Yep, you got it.
What you got?
Do a few more? All right.
Yeah.
Let's. This is a good one. Jerry Thompson 72 says, "Can you increase your premium later on?"
Good question. Okay, so this is kind of a complicated order. So yes and no is kind of the answer. So your premium does not change, okay? No matter how old you get. That's a lot of misconception around other types of insurance. Remember, there's lots of different types. Premiums in whole life policies do not change. They are called level premiums. So no matter how old you get, which is probably what you might be thinking, like if I get older, it goes up, right? Or the longer I have it or something. No, not in these kind. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. And secondly, you have flexibility in the premium that you've chosen. You can put in a little bit higher, which is going to maximize your policy. It's awesome. You even have some flexibility to go sometimes significantly lower than the number that you've picked there. So when you're ready to put more in because of guaranteed compounding growth, just get a new policy.
Got it.
You ain't got to worry about it. Just get a new one, because if there's guaranteed compounding growth plus some dividends on top of that, trust me, I'm trying to put in as much as I can.
Yep.
Okay, complicated order. All right, so this person's responding to something that I'm saying. So let me see if I can... Oh, here we go. All right. What would you say to this person? They're not asking a question. They're trying to tell everybody what's up.
Okay.
Yvonne Barinas 685. That's trash. Whole life policy. Notice how he said borrow. What they don't tell you is costs go up. Get a term life and invest the difference.
Okay. Lots of information. Not really a question, statements.
Yeah, but hey, but I get in here and have to answer. We answer everybody that comments on this platform, by the way. So like, we're trying to help.
Yeah. Now, let me go line by line. So don't scroll too far. So he says, that's trash. Okay. His opinion on it, on whatever was said.
Whole life policy.
That's
trash, period.
Okay.
Whole life policy, period.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Notice how he said borrow, period.
Okay, I got something for that one. So what's the alternative to borrow? That's my question. So I personally think the alternative to borrow, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, say something in the comments, let me know, is withdraw. Yep. Right? I would say you're either using your money or you're using someone else's money. Using your money would be withdraw. Borrow would be using somebody else's money. Of course, there is the whole don't use any money at all argument, but how are you
luck.
going to do that in real life, right?
Right.
So okay, so he's saying, notice how he said borrow. So my question to you, guy on the internet, is what's the alternative? Withdraw? See, if you withdraw anything, say you put $500 in your bank account,
Right.
and then you withdraw 200 of it, how much do you have left?
$250.
Right. Well, I said 200, so 300.
Oh gosh. All right.
Math, not a strong suit here. We use calculators for that.
Right.
But you got the concept. Like if you put 500 in, you withdraw 200, you got 300.
300.
left.
Yes, I heard it that time.
Yeah. So my question is, if they were going to pay you interest on 500, what'd you just do to your interest by withdrawing $200?
You took some off.
You lowered it. Are you
Lowered
going to earn
some.
interest on that 200 you took out?
Nope.
No. So I would argue that you just lost money by taking out that $200.
Well, you did.
Right? It's opportunity cost. It's money you could have had. Now, let me ask you this question. You put $500 in your bank account and then you borrow $200 from somebody else to go do something. How much money you still got in your bank account?
500.
If they're promising you interest on 500, did you interrupt any of that?
No.
Is it growing?
Yes.
Right? Does he
Yes.
see the difference? Like, so he says, notice how he said borrow. And I'd say, well, the alternative is costing you money.
Yes.
The withdrawing's costing you. That's what you're doing every day of the week from your own bank account, swiping that debit card. That's why you're not getting ahead. Like you've
Right.
got to stop. Let yours earn. Use somebody else's. Right. What else do you say next?
Okay, after that, but he has another follow-up comment.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not sure that this guy was trying to argue with me. He started arguing with another person because I now
that's
see
more fun.
another. Yeah.
Okay.
So, because this one got answered. So the next thing he says is what they don't tell you is the costs go up. I just answered that. Cost does not go up.
Yeah.
Premium
Yeah.
is level.
Yeah. I would say the same thing. Like what costs are you talking about? Because the costs don't go up. But I mean, maybe he's thinking something crazy.
No, he was thinking premium, I'm sure.
okay.
Premium
Yeah,
level, but
yeah,
it doesn't go
premium
up. We told you
level
that.
doesn't
Okay,
go
so
up, though.
there are people out there who are trying to sell you or tell you it's going to happen in different types of policies where costs go up. Premium levels rise. That is not what we're doing here, so don't be fooled. Get it straight. Okay, so I'll say one thing from his follow-up comment in an argument with someone else, then I'll come back to the last sentence we had on the original one.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. It's your money. You shouldn't have to borrow your own money.
Oh,
He said that in another comment.
cool. Well, that's what we were just chatting about. We're not borrowing our own money. If it's your own money, it's not called borrow. I mean, it's kind of in the, like, I'm not trying to be rude or mean or nasty to this guy because he just doesn't understand it yet. But I'm literally saying, like, type into Google borrow and read the paragraph that pops up. It's gonna come up and say you're taking someone else's. Type into Google withdraw and read the paragraph that comes up. It's gonna say that's when you take your own. Right?
So if you're joining us on one podcast and just this one, in the infinite banking concept, utilizing these whole life policies for banking and cash growth, you are borrowing cash value. Cash value is not what you put in the game. What you put in the game is premium.
Yeah.
You see any of our cup videos? Premium's cup 1. Cash value's cup 2.
Yeah,
They're different cups.
With the word borrow, it's implying that it's not yours.
Right.
So he's saying, "Oh, you're borrowing your own," and I'm just like, "You're
not.
you're messing that sentence
You're just
up.
not.
You know, you're going back. You're like contradicting yourself
Yep.
by saying that."
Okay, so but a lot of people think that. That's the thing. A lot of people, and we're gonna the next thing that I post out there, the people will say the same thing because they're saying, "See, you're borrowing your own money." No, you have control of the money. You own the policy, but cash value is not your money. Your money's premiums, safe and sound. All right. So last sentence on the original comment: Get a term life and invest the difference.
Okay. So when people say get term life, they're talking about what term life offers you. Like, why would the alternative, if we're sitting here talking about cash, like we always do, cash value, and someone jumps in and says, go get term insurance, which we answered that question earlier, term insurance doesn't have cash value. Why are they comparing the two? Like, why would they?
Because they think you'll just be richer doing something different.
Sure. Well, and the term insurance is going to give you that death benefit. So they're saying forget cash altogether, or they're maybe not even throwing cash into the equation when they're talking. And they're saying, if you want death benefit, you shouldn't do whole, you should get term. But we spend podcast episodes, classes, courses, so much time sitting on this, talking to you going, we are not talking about death benefit. We're talking about the cash value. The death benefit's there, yeah, but this is about cash value. So if you're saying cash, and then the first comment is, well, go get term insurance that has no cash. I just got to say, okay, but you're not talking about what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Though. So.
Yep. So, all right. Give one to me. What you got here?
Cool.
One more for each of us.
Okay. One more for each of us. Let's see.
I like this. If you guys have more questions, please let us know. We look forward to talking to you guys a little bit more. There's so many people we realize as we've opened up the internet with questions about what's going on and just clarity about what we're saying. So
it's a good one to wrap up for you.
All right.
Okay. It is bruh915.
Bruh.
Yeah. It says, thanks for the breakdowns to whatever video we did. Do you have resources on where to best look for a whole life policy or more information?
Yes. Okay. Which ties in very well to your question, sir. Okay. So I'll ask you yours. I'll answer half. You answer the other half.
All right.
Because I found a great one to wrap up on. I'm super interested in this. Do you have a web page I can go to?
I love it.
Okay. So my answer is yes. We're doing our best to inform you and educate you about what's going on. There are several books. You can check out our other episodes for some of our favorite books or our website, which I'll make him say because you didn't ask me specifically about a website. Yep. So we have courses online that we'd love to share with you. Our crash course is a perfect starter. Take you just a few just a few layers deep when you take that pill and understand what's going on with banking and what banking means and what financing means and how you can best utilize that system with a whole life policy built the right way so you have some cash. So we'd love to give you that crash course. If you are new to this information, you're wanting to know more or what the heck we're talking about, and you need to have better, clear, shorter explanations with no cap from our friends online, we'll send you the codes to get in.
Yeah, absolutely. And since I'm answering as kind of a wrap-up question, I'm going to also get No Joke Mule's question, how do I start? Benjamin Bibb's question, hey, I'm interested. Can you give me more info, please? JW for Truth's question, let me know how to start. And Daniela Tamarino 34's question, so who do I talk to? Answer them all. You're looking at it. We would be more than happy to help you. Like Jeremiah just mentioned, our website, thecashcompound.com, right at the very top of the webpage, you're going to see something that says view our course library or view more courses, something like that. And inside there is where you'll get the crash course that he just mentioned. But if you've got specific questions and just want to reach out to us, we want to talk to you. Again, if you're on YouTube, it's in the See More section, the comment section. You're going to have our contact information in there. We want to chat with you. If you're on the socials seeing any of this stuff, click the link in our bio. It's our link tree. And right at the top, book a consultation. It's completely free of charge. I talked to a young lady this morning, actually works for insurance, married.
A big insurance company.
Works for a big insurance company.
Yeah.
Married. She's got a little one. Hey, man, I saw you on TikTok. It was 1 a.m. I saw it. I was tired, but I watched it all, and now I need to ask my questions. She had 100 of them, just rifling them off, but we answered them for her, got her the information she needed. And so if that's you, we want to talk to you. It's free. I'll be happy to, legitimately, you can call me and I'll pick up, and then we'll talk to you.
It's Jadu and Jonah once again of the Banking Bros. If you have comments or questions, leave them in the chat wherever. We look forward to talking to you very soon and helping you next.